Hey everyone, welcome back. Last night I thought I was recording the video for the Canes rebuild, but that did not work out, and like I already had the team rebuilt, so I didn't feel like starting from scratch because usually I sim the 2018 through 19 season, and then I start with the draft and free agency, and yeah, I did not want to do that over again. It takes a while. This video, like, if I was recording it, it was like actually the quickest video, regardless. So I'm just gonna tell you what I did to make the team better. If you what you see on the right side right now, that's just some of the players. It's not their whole roster. So yeah, so I'm gonna just break down what I think about the Canes this year and what I've thought about them through the years. So the Kings through the years, they're usually a bad team. They're usually one of the worst teams in their division. But they have some young talent this year. De'Aaron Fox, Buddy Hield. I think Marvin Bagley is going to step up when the time comes. He's only a rookie. They traded for Harrison Barnes. He's a good scorer. He's good to have on that team. If you really need someone at the small forward position. Um, yeah, they have a winning record this year. They're like a few games over 500. Not saying they're gonna make the playoffs, but like that's definitely some upside. It's the most consistent they've been in a long time. And let's see what the second half of the NBA in real life does for them. They're just really, really young, and they just need to get their chemistry together. And like within like I'd say a couple years at the worst, maybe even next year, if the Warriors kind of disband, they might not be as relevant. The Kings could be a potential 8 seed, so we'll see what happens. But I'm gonna show you guys my roster, and I'm gonna tell you guys what I did. So one of the biggest signs I got was Whiteside. I like Cauley Stein, but Cauley Stein is more of like a six-man center or like a starter on a team that already has like a super team. Like, say the Warriors needed Cauley Stein, that would really be good for them. I mean, Cauley Stein's good and he's getting better. He's really young, but I want a really good veteran. Um, I consider Whiteside like a borderline all-star center, like borderline, like kind of like almost right there. Whiteside gets a crap ton of rebounds. He can score if he wants to. Gets a lot of blocks. He's very strong, 7 feet tall, like Cauley Stein. Cauley Stein's really tall too. And this is a big free agent sign. I wanted to add a veteran presence to this very young team. Um, I still got De'Aaron Fox, Buddy Hield, Bogdan's pretty young too. Marvin Bagley, I talked about him. They traded for Harrison Barnes. Harrison Barnes is still kind of young. Um, he's only got 1 year left on his deal, it looks like, but I can see the Kings extending it. Harrison Barnes is a pretty good scorer. So, well, that's just a simulated thing, but usually these are his stats right here. He's usually like 18, 19-point scorer. I mean, he was getting better and better on Golden State each year. He was also like on a really good team with the Splash Brothers and Draymond Green. No Kevin Durant. He got replaced by Kevin Durant, but Harrison Barnes continues to show he gets better and better. He'll get a decent amount of rebounds. He doesn't get like too much assist, but like he's just a solid scorer. You kind of want on your team to make him better. He's played the power forward position a few times, so he could step in if Marvin Bagley, for example, got hurt. Um, Harry Giles, I thought he'd be a lot better, but like he's still really young. He has a lot of potential. Like we've seen NBA players, like we've seen young players come to the NBA, and sometimes it takes them a couple years. So Harry Giles, it could take him a couple years. I kept Frank Mason, and then there's some other guys. I did like a few trades. The Kings did not have a draft pick in the first round. I think that's the one they gave to the Celtics or some other team. It might have been the Celtics. Um, but my opinion on this team, actually, I'll name you guys the starting five, and then I'll kind of go through the bench. So starting five is going to be De'Aaron Fox, Buddy Hield, Harrison Barnes, Marvin Bagley, and Hassan Whiteside. That's a pretty good starting lineup. And then the bench is going to be Bogdan Bogdanovic. It's hard to pronounce that name. Harry Giles, Frank Mason. I don't know who this guy is. He's young though. Let's see. Maybe I might get another free agent quickly. Let me see. I don't know if I have that much cap left. Oh yeah, I gotta sign Bobby Portis. There we go. I guess it didn't save the whole entire thing last time. So yep, I added Bobby Portis. I forgot to mention about that. So that's definitely another good free agent signing. Someone that can come off the bench, or say if Marvin Bagley gets hurt and he still needs to develop, Bobby Portis can definitely step in. Here his usual stats. He gets better. He's still really young too, and he really adds to the team. Almost 7 feet. He's got good post game. He's like Marvin Bagley in a way. Marvin Bagley is not too bad at the post. I mean, Marvin Bagley is more of he'll just drive it in, shoot a layup or dunk it. But I've seen Marvin Bagley do some post moves too. But overall, it's a pretty good team. How I'd fare them in the West is I could definitely see this team being like I'd say like anywhere between a 6 to 8 seed. They just gotta get their chemistry going. They got some really good talent on this team. They're solid this year, and this team looks better than the roster this roster right here is better than the roster that was shown. I'm sorry, I'm like starting. It's better than the roster they have now in real life. That's what I meant to say. Definitely an improvement. They're just gonna need to keep working together, keep developing. Hassan Whiteside kind of is a solid replacement for Boogie. I mean, Boogie's definitely better, but honestly, that Buddy Hield trade, looking at it now, wasn't really as bad as I thought it'd be for the Canes. Buddy Hield's having one of his better years, and then you got these young players like stepping up here. So it's a good young team. It's got some veterans on there. So that's all for my Canes video. This was a pretty good rebuild for the Canes, and the Canes in this game and in real life have a good future. And if I were the Canes, I'd do a move. I'd do a move to get Hassan Whiteside in free agency. So I'm out. Stay tuned for more videos.